gung hei fat choy. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Let me come and taste these absolutely fabulous spice. Is it spicy enough? Let's see. Sweet. A little bit of heat coming out. Bloody hell, that's spicy. Jesus Christ. Like and share. The first recipe that we're going to be cooking is our wonton soup. It's a really quick and easy recipe using shop-bought wontons and a few other simple ingredients. To start off with, the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding our chicken broth into our mixing bowl. Now, and we're using chicken broth. You could absolutely use vegetable broth or even pork broth, okay? But I kind of find chicken broth works really, really well. And then just to add some flavor, we've got some sliced ginger and then some garlic. Now what we are going to be doing, I'm going to show you a nice little trick where we are going to be preheating this water. So I'm simply setting it to 1 second, okay? And when I press start, it will preheat. And then once the water is at 205 Fahrenheit, okay, and then it'll tell me once my water has preheated. Just while our stock is preheating, we're going to be preparing our vegetable. With the bok choy, we've washed it, and I'm just picking off the leaves individually. And then we're going to be adding them into our deep steaming tray and just reserving that to one side for later. With the scallions, we're just going to really super thinly slice the scallions. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could actually chop this in molto, but I kind of quite like the nice oval shapes of the scallion. As you see now, we are preheated, loads of steam coming out of the top. Okay, so it means our broth is well up to temperature, so we're good to go. Now, one thing I do want you to do at this stage, okay, is that you're going to be just taste a little bit of the broth, because basically sometimes some of the chicken broth might be quite salty already as it is, because then that could determine whether you put salt inside of your mixing bowl or not. So what we are going to be doing, we're going to add a little bit of salt, some soy sauce, some sesame oil, and then our wonton is going to go inside. Now be careful when you do drop these in, and then we're going to attach the lid. So we're going to go saute mode. We're going to give it 10 minutes. And then we're just going to be cooking. So once we have all our sesame, our soy sauce, also our wonton in there, we're going to attach our deep steaming tray. And then we're going to gently steam our bok choy. Just a few seconds left now until we can reveal our fabulous tasting wonton soup. Now be very careful when you take that lid off, because there's going to be loads of steam kind of coming through. But first we're going to take that lid. You see the bok choy is cooked beautifully, nice and green, ready to go. Now we're going to be very careful. We're going to start ladling our wonton and our soup, quick and easy. Okay, wonton soup. The second recipe that we're going to be doing is going to be making a sauce, a sweet and sour sauce. It's a classic Chinese American kind of recipe. The first thing we're going to do is we have about half of a yellow onion, and we're just going to quarter that, okay, and then we're just going to sort of roughly chop. Now we don't need any kind of ingredients to be chopped with mortar here. We're actually going to be putting this in whole, like so. We also have a tomato as well. Now you might notice there's a little eye on the tomato. What we can do is we need to remove that eye. Again, we're going to cut it, and we're maybe going to cut it into about 6, okay? Now we have some light soy sauce, and we're going to be putting the ketchup, some sugar. So we use the juice and the chunks. So the last ingredients are our most important ones. We've got rice vinegar and also cornstarch or corn flour. Now we're going to be adding this into the rice vinegar. Then we're going to be mixing it all together. Now this is our thickening agent, okay? And also it's really good to note that you can't reheat corn flour. So once you actually cook it, okay, if you try to reheat it again, it's going to come really wet and sloppy. So then this is going to go inside. We're going to simply add our lid. So let's just take a look what's going on. It is important to remember to have the measuring cup removed, because if you don't remove the measuring cup, there's going to be too much liquid inside, okay, and then it'll get very wet and very soggy. Okay, and then we're just going to be very carefully, we're going to be pouring our sauce with our tomatoes, with our onions. Here we have our sweet and sour sauce. The final dish that we're going to be cooking is we're going to be making this Kung Pao Chicken. It's a classic takeaway recipe. We're going to show you how easy it can be made using multo, and again, just a few steps today. Really super simple to start with. What we have is you have our ginger. Again, we peel some ginger and garlic. Okay, we're going to add the ginger, the garlic, okay, the chili flakes. Now you can add as many, get it as spicy as you can. In fact, you know, okay, we have some Sichuan pepper. And what we're going to do is we're going to be pureeing these. We're going to pulverize these on turbo mode. Unlock turbo. Then whilst it's unlocked, you press this for 10 seconds. Wow, look at that. Now we're going to get cooking very soon. So we're going to be adding our liquids in the bottom of the mixing bowl. So we have our light soy sauce, our dark soy sauce, black vinegar. We also have some sugar and then some water. We kind of need some water in there. Once that's done, we're going to prepare our peppers. Now, with the peppers, we're just going to be chopping it into half again, and then quarter. So you want about 16 chunks or so, okay, per pepper. Okay, we're going to insert our simmering basket here, and then we're going to add our diced chicken into the mixing bowl, into the simmering basket. We're then going to insert the lid. We're then going to be cooking it. So what we are going to do now, we have a little bit of water and then some corn flour, and then we're just mixing. Make sure you do mix it well, because otherwise if you don't mix the corn flour very well, it's going to clump. So we're just going to remove that, and you see the smells and the flavors coming from that chicken. It looks really delectable, and obviously as the liquid's cooked, it's gone up around that chicken. We're going to simply pour our chicken back in to the liquid, and now we're going to add our corn flour. The lid has to go on. We're going to continue with cooking now with the measuring cup removed, okay, for 5 minutes. So let's take a look to see what it's looking like. Oh, it looks magnificent. Really, really good. Now, if it is a little bit wet after you finish cooking, what I'd actually suggest is maybe before you put the chicken in, remove maybe half of the actual liquid, okay, and then continue cooking there. But let me just show you this Kung Pao chicken. It looks fabulous. We're gonna get in some of our nuts and some more of the green onion or the scallion. And guys, there we have it, our fabulous Kung Pao chicken. Okay, so now we've finished, everybody, our fabulous Chinese New Year recipes. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.